Skinner from the Pleasant Hills Public Library, and I am so excited you're here with me today for another installment of STEAM stories. So let's see. Before we get to today's experiment, do you remember what all the letters in STEAM stand for? I bet you do, because you're very smart. S stands for science. T stands for technology. E stands for engineering. A stands for arts. And M stands for mathematics. And we are going to be using all 5 of those subject areas today to learn a little bit more about sound with our really fun experiment of water whistlers. Did you hear that? It's pretty neat, isn't it? This is our water whistler. And before we learn how to make it and the supplies you'll need, let's learn a little bit more about sound. Sound is all around us. Close your eyes and listen carefully for the sounds around you. What sounds do you hear? Perhaps the ticking of a clock, air moving through the vents? Do you hear these bells? What else do you hear? All sound is created when something vibrates or moves back and forth or up or down quickly, and it sends waves of energy into the air or another medium, such as a liquid, solid, or gas. We can't see the sound waves traveling in the air, but if you've ever dropped a pebble in a body of water and watched as ripples formed and moved, you've seen the vibrations that create sound waves. Sound changes depending on how fast or slow an object vibrates. Pitch is the quality of sound, meaning high or low, and it depends on the speed of the vibration. If an object vibrates quickly, we hear a high-pitched sound, and if an object vibrates slowly, we hear a low-pitched sound. Sounds are usually a mixture of lots of different kinds of sound waves. These sound waves eventually reach our ears, causing our inner eardrum to vibrate, and that sends signals to our brain. Our brain is able to process these signals into sounds. Take another moment to close your eyes and listen to the sounds around you. You'll be amazed at how many different sounds you can hear if you listen carefully. All the supplies you'll need for this experiment are packaged as a take-home kit available in our lobby while supplies last. If you can't get our kit for whatever reason, all of the supplies for this experiment are pretty basic, and you might already have them at home. You're going to need a cup. We put a styrofoam cup in our kit, but any type of cup will work. A plastic straw. We gave you 2 bendy kind and 2 thick kind. Besides the materials in our kit, you're also going to need some scissors. Water. You could also try this experiment with other liquids such as milk or juice, but it's best to start with water. Now, let's head over to the craft table to learn how to make our very own water whistlers.
Creating the water whistlers is easy, but it takes a little bit of practice to get it to whistle. You're going to start by picking whichever straw you want to start with. And the reason we gave you 4 is in case you mess up and you need an extra. We figured never hurts to have a backup. You're going to take whatever straw you'd like to start with, get your scissors, and very carefully cut a slit in it. Now, this is important. Do not cut the straw all the way through. It's a little tricky. You want to leave a little bit of plastic there so that your straw can bend like this. Then put your water in your cup and place your straw in the water. Now, here's the tricky part. You're going to blow air out of the straw. So you can practice by seeing if you can blow air onto your hand. Did you feel it? Then you did it right. Put your straw in the water and bend it at pretty much a 90-degree angle, which means a right angle, just like that. And you're going to blow air out. Did you hear it? It made kind of a whistle, but it also just kind of sounds like air. Takes some practice to get it right. Let's see if I can do it. I think I got it. While you're blowing, you can move the straw up and down and move your angle around too to see how it changes the sound. It's working. Now I'm going to try lifting the straw up and down to see how it changes. Pretty silly, huh? Now we provided you with 2 of the regular size straw and then 2 of the thick size straw. Let's see how the sound changes when we use a thick straw. So same thing, use your scissors and cut a slit, being very careful not to cut all the way through. This is a little tricky, so don't be afraid to ask for help. So now that I have my straw and it's slit, let's see how this one sounds. Now, if you don't cut your slit wide enough and your straw goes like this, you know what you'll get? Bubbles. That's why it's important to get that slit in there and try to get it to work just right. So perhaps you're wondering how we're making these sounds with nothing more than straws and water. Well, it's all about vibrations. As we already learned, sound is really vibrations. And those vibrations are carried on sound waves. And eventually, they reach our ears. And that's how we hear sound. In the case of this experiment, when we are blowing air, we are creating vibrations inside the straw. We're blowing air through, and then it's going off the top of the slit and down in there. And there's water in the bottom of your straw from putting it in there. And the vibrations are bouncing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and creating that sound. Isn't that cool? Well, friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this experiment. We would love to see pictures or short videos of you doing this experiment. Please feel free to email them to us at pleasanthills@einetwork.net or post them to our special Facebook group, Pleasant Hills Library Virtual Programming. If you have enjoyed this kit or any of the kits that we've done in the past year and a half, please consider donating to the library. While the supplies for this kit are pretty basic, some of our other kits are a little bit more expensive, and every little bit helps. We'll be back in December with our last 2 STEAM stories of the year, Marble Mazes and LED Flashlights. Until then, friends, stay safe. Remember that we are thankful for you, and have a great day. Bye.